All right, so there's the top 3 choices that are really hot in the YouTube space right now for making money online. I'm going to be breaking it down for you guys and giving you guys the advantages and disadvantages of each. Stay tuned. Hey guys, so today I'm going to be sharing with you the top 3 way to make money online. These are the top, the ones that are getting ads the most, the ones that I'm showing are really hot in the entrepreneurial YouTube space, and a lot of people are offering courses in it. So I'm going to break it down for you and the advantages and disadvantages of each. So number one would be social media marketing agency. 2 would be drop shipping, and 3 would be Amazon FBA. So all 3 of them have advantages and disadvantages, and maybe from first look, they look about the same, or you don't really know which one to choose. Today I'm going to try to break it down for you. I'm going to try to make it so it's choosing which one you want to do will be an easier choice. So I'm going to go with starting with social media marketing agency, and that it's going to be the lowest capital investment, so you don't have to invest as much, versus the other side would be the most amount of money that you'll need to invest in order for it to be successful, and that would be Amazon FBA. Okay, so starting with social media marketing agency, I started seeing a really boom in this business strategy, this business way of making money online. And essentially it started with Tai Lopez. From what I know, Tai Lopez really first came out with the course, and he described like how do you make money doing a social media marketing agency. And social media meaning Instagram, Facebook, usually those 2, or if there's like Twitter or LinkedIn, but Facebook would be the main one, which is the largest social media outlet to really get clients, really to get customers. So with that, basically the model is that you're reaching out to different companies in your local area, or it could be nationwide depending on how far or how big your company is, and you're gonna offer them social media marketing. And what that means is, either you're gonna be running performance ads for them, trying to get them more clients, trying to get them more customers, and then you're going to charge them a retainer or a monthly recurring fee. So there's different things that you could be targeting. It could be like car dealerships, it could be restaurants, it could be salons, it could be whatever, any company that's basically looking to invest more money into social media to get a return on their investment. Basically, you're gonna go after them. And why it's so attractive is basically, one, there aren't that many expenses related to it. So what do you really need to start an agency like that? Basically, you just have the knowledge how to do it. You need a phone to call them, and you maybe need business cards or whatever, and the investment is actually minimal, but the hustle, the amount of time and effort you gotta put into it is, a lot, because you're basically gonna have to cold call a bunch of different businesses. You're gonna be calling them, you're gonna be like, hey, can I talk to the owner, and then try to set up a meeting or talk to them, and then from there try to sell them, or go to networking events and try to find other business owners, other people that are looking for your services, and then try to give them results from that. So the advantage of that business model is that you don't have to put that much money into the business in order for it to get started. There are plenty of people that are successful with it, and they didn't have to invest in like products, and essentially it's a service. So as a service, you don't have as much overhead. And I know for sure that it works, depending on what country you're living in. I know that it works for, plenty of countries in Europe, North America, and other places like that, but I'm not so sure about Asia. Definitely Australia would work, but depending on where you live will determine the viability of this business model, and also your local area. And essentially the skills you need are really good sales, being able to sell to these potential business owners, that you're going to be able to give them results from that. So that's the one online marketing that does not cost that much money, but it doesn't cost that much money to get into, but you're gonna put in a lot more effort into that. So right in the middle between the two of the, Amazon FBA is dropshipping. And dropshipping is what I'm most familiar with. The one that I've had the most success with. But the appeal of this business model is that essentially you are a middleman between the customer and the supplier. So you're using AliExpress or another platform to buy items from. You're gonna advertise on Facebook or Google AdWords, and then you create a store. So that costs money, setting up Shopify, and then the huge amount of capital that you're gonna need is mostly gonna be ad spend. So ad spend is where you're gonna be spending the most money trying to get a sale from Facebook ads and doing all those things. So the appeal of this business model is that you're not going to have to hold inventory. So you sell that product, you advertise on Facebook, you set up your store. All right, so first you set up your store, you set up your ad, you sell these items, and after you make the sale, then you're going to contact your supplier. The supplier is going to send it directly to the end customer. And the appeal of that is, one, you don't have any kind of inventory. You don't have to hold stock. So that minimizes your costs. Having an online store does not cost that much, besides, however much, for Shopify, you can sign up for a 15-day free plan and set up your store as quick as possible. And also there's like a $29, $79, and $200 something plan. And then so those are the fixed costs, as well as any apps that you'll be using. If you're interested in those apps, I have a link below linking to my top 5 apps. And then from there, it's mostly just gonna be ad spend, or whether or not you're gonna have VAs to help you, virtual assistants to help you with customer service or fulfillment. But that's it. You can be working from your home, out of your kitchen. You don't need office space, you don't need anything like that. Basically, it's just a computer and an internet connection, and you can manage almost everything from there. And so it does have some expenses, but not as much. You could get started with as little as around, what I recommend is $500. But if you really want to ensure that you're able to be have success, and you're able to work at it at a longer amount of time, then a couple thousand, I would say. So that's the disadvantage of dropshipping is essentially you don't have control over the supplier, the quality. There's certain things you can do to mitigate those risks, but there's like long shipping times. So if you're shipping worldwide, it might take a couple weeks for it to get to your customer. And as long as you're upfront with that with your customers, and you let them know, how long it's gonna take, then usually people aren't, and you have good customer service, then people aren't too bothered by it. They're quite used to it. And the other disadvantage is the quality control. Since you don't have the actual item in your hands, then therefore you can't really see like, oh, was this fit, or what's the color, what's the fabric, what's the quality, and all those different things. It's like you can't really control it 100%. So I would say that's the other disadvantage of it. The last one is Amazon FBA, and this is a very popular business model, especially a couple of years back. So essentially what you're doing is you're private labeling. So you're going to be talking with suppliers and manufacturers in China via Alibaba, and you do your product research on Amazon, and you're going to look for something that has not too much competition but still good sales numbers, and you're going to design your own product. You're gonna send those specifications to people, your manufacturer in China, and you're gonna tell them, I want this done like that, and you're gonna have to order in bulk. So what happens is when you order in bulk, you're gonna send it to the Amazon FBA for them to handle all the basically all the fulfillment and customer service aspect of it. And as long as you've done your homework correctly and you have good quality and you have a niche that is you know, selling pretty well, then after that it becomes a little bit more hands-off. But the disadvantage is that you're gonna have to do your product research, and you're gonna have to really put the money into a bulk amount of items that, you know, you have a good hunch that it might sell, or you know, you're hoping and doing your research that it's hopefully gonna sell. So essentially after that, you don't have to worry about any of these other customer service, making sure the customer is happy with the items, because Amazon's handling that. You don't have to ship these items out anymore, and you know, the shipping times are really quite fast for Amazon as well, if they have Prime and all that stuff. So the advantage of Amazon FBA is essentially you're front loading a lot of the work, but then on the back end, Amazon is handling most of that. And there's plenty of people that are making really good money with it. However, there's also the risk that if Amazon does change their algorithm, or you know, you're kind of dependent on Amazon's whims to whether or not your store is going to be successful. I think for this business model, a lot of people are having success with it, but at the same time, like, there is risk involved where Amazon could, you know, if you're getting a bunch of negative reviews, it could dip down your sales as well. So in summary, you know, these are the top 3 business models that I see that is very popular on YouTube in the entrepreneurial space. So the first was social media marketing agency, and that one doesn't require a lot of money to get involved in it, but it does require a good amount of skill and hard work and hustle, cold calling, talking to prospects, all those different things. You don't have to put a lot of money into it, but at the same time, like, you're gonna have to put in a lot of effort, and it depends on your skill level, how you're able to sell these people on, you know, these high-end packages. It might range from, you know, 500, 1,000, 1,500, or way above 5,000, 8,000, depending on how much these companies are willing to pay you for the results that you're able to get. Number 2 would be drop shipping. Drop shipping is essentially you're being the middleman, you're advertising your store, and you're using the supplier over in China, whether it's AliExpress, to fulfill these orders. And you know, once you get the money, you know, you receive the money from the customer, then you're going to be shipping it out. So it's low risk, no warehousing. And then the last one would be Amazon FBA, where you're spending the bulk of your time and energy researching, and then also working with the supplier, manufacturer in China. And then once you have that set up, you're going to send it over to Amazon, and the Amazon FBA, they're going to be fulfilled by Amazon, and they're going to do the rest of it for you. And as long as your item is good and hot, it's going to continuously get weekly, monthly, yearly sales. All right, so that's the end of the video. It's quite long. If hopefully that answered any of your questions that you have. If you're new to this channel, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. I'm dropping knowledge bombs every day, and I'm here for you guys on your drop shipping journey. Thanks, guys.